Good evening, everyone. Thank you for joining our post-game show. This is a very difficult thing for me to try to do. It was a difficult night for many of us, but it was a wonderful night. We're going to try to get some guests here to join us. Please, if you usually pay to send in a comment for us to answer, do not spend your money tonight, because we probably won't get to many of your comments. We're probably just going to talk a little bit about Brody, and thank you very much, all of you, for joining us on our show. And we appreciate all the nice comments about Brody and about our company. I was thinking, when I'm a father of 5, and I was thinking about, and I mentioned this too, that I lost my father when I was 16. So it's not easy, but it's not easy for a family like ours to lose someone like Brody, who was so impactful behind the scenes. So it's the end of the night was very tough. But little Brody, -1, if you will, is going to always have that TNT belt. We'll come up with a new belt that'll be his. And I'm very, very happy personally to not only have been a part of this, very proud to be a part of this. I shouldn't say happy, proud to be a part of this, but happy that we have such a wonderful company. It couldn't have been done anywhere else at all. Lance Archer. Hey, bud.
Where do you want me?
Let's just sit right here. All right, man. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you, man.
It's quite a night, huh?
That's an understatement.
Yeah. I noticed the undershirt you wore in Brody's honor, and he just meant so much to us. And, it's you obviously knew him a lot longer than I did, but I did a podcast with him like 2 days before he got sick.
Right.
He sent out a message about how much he loved the podcast, loved working with us, and he was just a wonderful man behind the scenes.
Yeah. I mean, the funny thing about my relationship with Brody was that I think both of us have known each other in the business for about as long as we've both been in the business.
Sure.
Because we're big guys, and big
Right.
guys are always, compared to each other in one way or another. And he did stuff in Japan, and, I did stuff in Japan. And then, I was in WWE for a short moment, and then he was there, and everything that we did was kind of in passing.
Sure.
So it was one of those things where, again, we knew each other, we knew about each other. We've seen the styles, similar moves, just a lot of similarities.
Sure.
For two bigger, I guess I'd like to believe, athletic guys.
Sure.
And it wasn't until literally we got to AEW together, and we were signed about the same time. I debuted before he did,
Right.
But we were both like right on the same cusp.
Sure.
And so that was, I think, the first real time that I got to meet him.
Mm-hmm.
And we would talk periodically, but again, I didn't know him like a lot of people around here.
Sure,
did.
right.
And, it's one of those things, he influenced everyone that I ever saw him ever around.
Right.
It was one of those things, like he always had a smile on his face, and it was an infectious smile. It was one of those smiles, like he smiled and you couldn't help but smile.
Right. Yeah.
And everybody around him was always smiling, and I know we got to talk together one real time. There's a bunch of times that we would have small conversations and in passing and in the hallways and in the backstage and stuff like that. But, there's one time here we actually shared a locker room, and it was just him and I. And I remember we talked about Japan. We talked about, everywhere we'd been in the business.
Mm-hmm.
And it's one of those things, again, because we've been in passing so many different times that it was kind of cool just to talk. And I know, like right after I finished my series with Cody, it was asked, who would you like to work with? And first guy I said was Brody.
Right.
Obviously there were different plans set in place for
Sure.
Him and then myself or whatever right after that. But he was somebody that I wanted to work with. And I remember we talked about it, and he was actually really excited about it, just for the prospect of having, again, two large, athletic dudes who'd never faced each other ever before in this business. You know, that was one of the things that brought me to AEW was all the opportunities with different people that, again, I've been around the business with, but I never actually got to work with.
Right.
And he was absolutely one of those guys.
Sure.
So, you know, the emotion that I think happened tonight, you know, just everybody, and this is just, you know, if you watched the show tonight, you saw the little bit of a tribute that I could do for him. And,
right.
You know, for this whole thing, you know, there's been a lot of positive, you know, feedback on the internet and Twitter and stuff like that right now. But the one thing that meant the most to me was Amanda came to me afterwards backstage, and she goes, I had no idea. And she was like, this is amazing. And I think she said she cried. And it was one of those things, like I walked by her a couple times, but, you know, she's so focused on just keeping it together.
Being strong for her kids. Absolutely.
Yeah. Absolutely. And so I walked by her and I told her, I was like, I walked by you like 2 times, like in full with, you know, the bandanas on and everything. Right. And she's like, I had no idea until I walked out, you know, in front of everybody. Right.
Sorry. That's all right. I can move this around. Yeah. But, you know, it was a heartbreaking night, but it was in many ways a wonderful night, a wonderful celebration of his career. And I'll say it again, what a wonderful group of people we have here, don't we? It's just really is amazing.
Yeah, it's hard to describe. You know, I think, I mean, you've been around the business as long as you have, and it's a business.
Right.
It's a business.
That's right.
You know, there's times when things happen and it's just about business. It's about money. It's about this. And the one thing that, especially in this situation, that I've just noticed with what Tony and the family has done for, you know, for Brody,
right,
leading into this situation, you know, it was kept very privately until the unfortunate passing. And I think that's an amazing thing in this day and age of professional wrestling. For, you know, everyone kept it private. And it's a family aspect.
That's right.
That's not something that normally happens.
No, it never happens in this business.
For as long as it went on, too. Right. You know, we know how long it was going on.
Sure we do.
Nobody else did. And I think that's the one thing that you can't explain it to anybody that's watching from the outside looking in, the family aspect that this company has. And like I said, everything that Tony's done for Brody, leading up to his unfortunate passing, to what he's doing right now for Amanda and Brody Lee Jr., and what he's going to continue doing for that family. And that makes me, as just an employee, feel so much happier to be a part of this company. And I told Tony, I was like, you make me happy to be here. If for no other reason, if I never touch that ring again, just what he has done for Brody's family makes me proud to be a part of AEW. And I'm not blowing smoke up anybody's butt.
It's authentic.
That's absolutely real. That's I could care less if I ever wrestle again, because as long as I'm a part of this company, I'm so happy to be a part of it because of everything he's doing.
Well, we appreciate you, buddy, and appreciate those comments. Really do. You're a hell of a talent, buddy.
Thank you, man.
All right. Tough night.
Yeah. Thank you for having me on. I mean, I hope everybody enjoyed it.
Yeah, I'm sure I enjoy it. We won't forget it.
And we just got a good speech from one of our talents. I'll leave his name out of it. He said not to leave the I love yous. I love you, brother.
Okay. All right. I love you too. Lance Archer. And that's kind of like the way we're feeling right now. I'm going to get over on this side, let people come in from the right here and try to be a cameraman and audio person. Thanks to Lance Archer. And I'm telling you, if you think that the love for our company and for Brody and his family is not real, wow, you're absolutely wrong. Hey, man.
Is this live?
This is live, buddy.
We got Brody Lee Jr. on the walkie.
Really?
Brody Lee, do you copy?
He's too busy to talk to you.
Brody Lee Jr. Totally.
Yeah, he's
big time in me, huh?
He's big time in Cody.
He's playing Xbox with Darby's dad.
Hey.
Oof. 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 Oof.
Wasn't sure we'd get through it, man, emotionally, but we did. How do you feel right now?
It's it's one of those shows where you can't. It's not a show.
No, it's not. It's
right.
No, it's not a show.
There's no good match or a good show or that went well, because as beautiful as it was to respect a man and a person like that, I'm sure all of us wish we'd never had to do it.
No, you hit the nail on the head with that one, David. We didn't. No, we didn't. I got to thinking about what he meant to this company and what he meant to us, and I had talked at length about the text that he had sent you after I did the podcast with him, and you sent that to me, and that stays with me for a long time. And
He was a big fan of Tony Schiavone.
well, he was a beautiful person, is what he was, and he was able to. He would just. I don't know. He was able to make us all feel very special. And I remember telling Tony, I said, "This, since I've been here, is your best hire." And that's not putting a knock on Eddie Kingston or Ricky Starks or Taz or anybody that was hired after me, but it was your best hire.
I'm going to show the world, since we're live, I'm going to show you guys Zaxby's photo. We didn't have regular catering in the Norcross,
Right.
which is kind of like the crossing of the Delaware for AEW.
Right.
We needed that content.
Right.
20-something matches over the
Yeah.
course of one day,
Right.
2 days total.
26, yeah.
26.
Mm-hmm.
Schiavone, QT, Tony Khan leading the charge.
Mm-hmm.
Me and Jericho just changing boots.
Right.
But Brody was having the best time. And I don't know if you can see it, but he is this. If you can make this face out,
Okay.
there it is.
There it is.
He kept claiming he bought all the boys lunch, but really it was just Zaxby's that been sitting. I bought all the boys lunch. That was the first person I'd ever heard that from, by the way.
Really?
Catering's always free.
Right.
And Brody's big thing was like, we're talking about a match, you're talking about something, you go, hey, let me buy you lunch. It's like, okay. I wanted the buy me lunch thing is the first person I ever heard it from was Brody, and I loved it. Everyone's heard that he always said goodbye forever, which is just, I wish that wasn't real.
Right.
But there was this really funny car ride with me, Cesaro, and Brody, where I'm financially very stupid with my money. My wife is smart with my money, so good, and her money.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm not. And but Brody and Amanda are like, they're geniuses.
Mm-hmm.
They thought ahead. They had actual plans, and they, like they're just smart people. So Brody was just cutting this promo on me and Cesaro about how just dumb we were in terms of real estate, in terms of finance, and he came up with this term called Zestimate. Which a Zestimate was, let me put up my whole wealth against yours. Here's my house.
Mm-hmm.
Here's what it cost me. Here's my cars. Here's my Zestimate. And he would say to you, I'll out-Zestimate you any day. And he out-Zestimated me, out-Zestimated Breeze. It was just one of the most frustrating car rides ever because there was some truth.
Yeah.
Like,
right.
I should probably do something smart.
Right.
But yeah, like everyone, that's the story you'll hear. I wanted to hang out with him. He bought me a bottle of whiskey after the dog collar match, but I knew I was not going to get to share it with him.
Right.
Because as soon as he got the Iggy that he could go home to his family,
Out the door.
out the door.
Right.
Chasing the dragon and doing this job for the right reasons.
Yeah. Absolutely. Well said. Great story too. And he touched our lives, and he made us all better people. I know it's cliches, but it's true, man. It is. It's really true. And you knew him a lot longer than I did too, and got to work with him. And I think something should be said about it. And we're talking about the man, but we should touch on the fact of what he brought to the ring too, because he was an amazing performer for his size. I mean, he really, really was.
Yeah, really like unbelievable package. The only person I could think of Ray Traylor and Bam Bam Bigelow remind me because they're big people,
Right.
and they were agile and they could do martial arts and
Right.
strikes. But even both of them were more robust.
Sure.
Whereas Brody was legit like full super heavyweight.
Right.
He was almost from a booking perspective.
Mm-hmm.
Scary because, buddy,
Right.
who's gonna beat that guy?
Exactly.
Who I legit gained the 14 pounds to wrestle him. Like, who's gonna beat that guy? And he has
the psychology in the business he knew too. I mean, there's guys who could perform. There's guys who know what to do in the ring, and he was just so easy. The psychology really was.
yeah, just
No.
Beautiful man and a really beautiful family, and we'll be tethered to each other.
Mhm.
Ray Jazz, are you on?
Where is Brody Lee Jr.?
Brody Lee Jr. is with me in his dressing room. We are playing video games right now.
I want to speak to him. I'm on this post-game show, and I promised them the champ.
Where do you need me to deliver him?
He just needs to talk over the walkie, Darby's dad.
He's going to be talking in a second. Go ahead and interview him.
Copy. Brody Lee Jr., can you hear me? This guy is big league. Brody Lee Jr., can you hear me?
You're not going to interrupt him playing a video game. You know that, don't
Yes,
you?
I can hear you.
Oh, what is the first thing you want to say as TNT champion?
People may be TNT champion, but they're never TNT champion for life.
With that, I'm coming back to the room, and we're going to play No Mercy. I'll be there soon, and I'm going to send in the next guest. Next guest coming up,
Okay.
coming to the stage. The doctor
Okay.
makes fun of me on her show a lot. Britt Baker.
Yes.
Who else would it be?
Yeah. Thank you, Cody. Sit down here, buddy.
What's going on?
Huh? Okay, Jessica,
Okay.
come in.
Oh,
too.
I look crazy.
No, you don't.
Why would you let me on here looking like this?
I can.
It's okay. I'm beautiful always.
Yes, you are. That was quite a moment tonight. I mean,
It was very powerful moment.
yeah,
Not a dry eye in this house.
No.
That's for sure.
absolutely. And you and I texted back and forth after it happened about how everybody was doing, and
Yeah.
just really, really difficult to put into words what he meant to us in the backstage area. It really
Yeah.
is.
I remember I think it was my first real interaction with him was the tapings we did in Atlanta.
Right.
So this was right before COVID hit, or it was
Right.
right before it was the shutdown for
Right,
COVID.
right.
So we filmed, I think the secret's out now. What, 6 episodes or 4 to 6 episodes in one day?
And
We
there'll
were
be like
filming
26 matches. I
boom,
believe.
boom, 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 boom. So then that night, we had no idea when we were going to get to see each other again. We just knew there was going to be a shutdown. We needed to film matches. Guys, we love everybody. We don't know when we're going to see each other. But funny story about Brody. That's when I broke my nose.
Mm-hmm.
I get to the back and I'm like gushing blood. That was a bloody day.
That was a memorable day.
And he looks at me and he goes, "Man, that's a quick heel run." I said, "What?" Like I didn't really know him. And he's
Right.
like, "You're a baby face now, kid. Red equals green." I never forget that. And then later in the day, I forget who it was. Somebody had like a little busted lip or just a little bit of blood. And Brody came and says, "Britt, you got to go tell Tony Khan right now. That guy's stealing your gimmick." No, I never forget that. It was so funny.
Yeah. Well, he was amazing. He was funny.
He's
and
a
amazing.
pot stirrer and is the best. 'Cause
Yeah.
I'm also a pot stirrer. So
No, I wouldn't have guessed that.
yes.
Yes. The biggest. And that's why we love her. Absolutely. So
100%.
yeah. So that's a great story. We appreciate you sharing that with us.
All right.
And,
I'm going to hop out. and-
Okay.
I mean,
You hopping in?
I don't want to like say anything, but I'm a regular on this show, and now I couldn't even get a
Hey,
spot.
who loves you, Doc?
Hey, love ya.
I love you. Give me some skin.
Love you,
I
Tony.
love you too.
Brett gave me permission, and there's a chair for people now. This is
Yes.
not my This is usually my interview room.
Okay,
but-
we always do a minute with Jess, but we'll let her take as much time as she wants to because if you saw the Brody package at the end of the show, she's the one who put that together.
Yeah, it was tough, but
Yeah.
I had good help from Tony and a lot of stuff to go through and like a lot of help with it. But
Great
yeah,
work.
Thanks.
Great work. And
Try not to think about it because I don't want to.
I know. We all kind of broke down at the end because of the family there, but it was great having you on this club.
Thanks.
I love you so
I love you too, Tony, and I miss Brody already. And I always used to text him so much, and I'd be like, "Send me a therapy bill," because he's like
Sure.
the one guy you can get away with saying anything you want to.
Right, exactly.
But I've known Brody for I guess like almost 10 years now.
Right.
Like,
Sure, you worked with him back in the
FCW.
WWE. Right.
And I did a lot of FCW, WWE, and I was happy when he was here. I felt
Yeah.
like it was like
The group's back together.
The group's back together, but he was like, kind of like, couldn't wait to tell people how like, oh, Brody's here. Like,
Yes.
you guys are gonna love him. Like
Right.
the people who didn't know him, and that meant a lot. And we did every one of those Dark Order vignettes, from like the steakhouse to him, you know, ripping apart Brandy and Cody,
Right.
and stuff. But
Right.
yeah, the steak. Can I tell the funny story about the steak dinner?
I wish you would. Okay.
So I set up the shot. We did it at Morton's Steakhouse. I don't know if I don't even know how I say that, but after the shoot, I had a bill that was almost $600 of steak and wine and whatever else they ordered.
Yeah.
And I had to go to like Chris Harrington, who's kind of our money guy here.
Yeah.
And I was like,
he really is. our money guy.
we shot these like cool first order stuff with Brody, but like the bill's like $600 and like I can expense this, right? And he was quite mad, but I don't think they really cared, and it turned out well, and we did a lot of good stuff with like Johnny and Alex and
Right.
whatever.
Right.
Yeah, I know.
So did you expense it?
Yeah,
You did?
Hey, for that.
Okay.
Oh, we got.
Hey.
Is Jess on?
Yeah.
Yeah, Jess.
You want to come say hi?
Okay. This is
You want to say hi?
Yeti Pinkerton, the
Okay.
newest member of our
There it
family.
is.
There you go.
Jess, thank you very much for the video.
Yeah.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Yeah. Okay, I took up a minute. I still
No.
have to. I don't know.
Yeah. We got a lot more work we got to do.
Yeah,
What goes on?
I think you want. I'll get you a better guest.
Okay.
I'll come on in a couple next week or whatever.
Yeah,
and
next
we'll
week.
Do it.
Yeah, we'll do it
And,
again.
Yeah, but
All
I
right.
don't know. I miss you, Brody. And
We love
thanks
you.
for everybody who watched the show. And I'm glad these video packages mean a lot to everybody. Keep playing it over and over again. And I don't know. All right.
All right. Take
Bye,
care.
guys. Thanks.
Jess Palumbo. We love her. Absolutely. All your comments. Again, we told you we don't want to take your money tonight. We want to. Hey, Anna J. Sit down, sweetie. I do want to say this, and Tony kind of sent me a note. The particular belt that was given to little Brody tonight has been retired, not the TNT championship itself. So I want to make that clear. We haven't, and some comments have been saying, oh, the TNT championship has been retired. That is not the case. The belt was, rightfully so. Anna J., you had a very emotional night as well, my dear.
Yes, I think we all did. Was just telling someone I'm so happy that we did this.
Yeah,
And
right.
I really feel like all of us being together, was good for everyone.
Right.
So
You got to, you were brought in to the Dark Order when Brody came about. You guys did some very entertaining things on BTE.
yeah.
He was kind of and of course, I mean, your personalities have come out, all of
Yeah.
you, and
Thanks to him.
thanks to him, right? I
Yes.
mean, he kind of brought out the best in you, didn't he?
He did, and he made all of us laugh on and off screen for BTE.
Right.
It was hard to hold it together all the time. So
Right.
those were definitely some of the best memories I think that we all have with him.
Right. I know it's hard to describe feelings. It really is. I talk for a living. It's hard to describe very deep emotional feelings, but you're coming to the ring. You got this match. Can you describe how you were feeling?
It definitely felt different than any other match that I've had.
Right.
It's a different type of nervous. It's, we want to put this show on for him and his honor and for his family. And so I think that we all just wanted to do him justice and do them justice. So it was definitely a weird feeling, but it was also good having the fans there.
Right.
I think that also helped everyone.
Right.
But yeah, but it was also a really good feeling at the same time. Like I said, having everyone there, having the Dark Order there for all of our entrances, it
Sure.
feels good to have everyone
Right.
during this time.
Yeah. You really kind of started for us, if I'm right here, when we had that when we were in Atlanta for those 2 days.
That's
And
where he made his debut too.
That's where he made his debut too. Absolutely. So
Yes.
you got to know him we all got to know him during that time
Yeah.
because we were kind of just put in that. It was like an all-day thing that
Yes.
we did for 2 days.
Yeah, and I remember seeing him too, and he just looked so intimidating, and then he was like the nicest guy ever.
Yeah, that's the amazing thing about him. He
Mhm.
did look intimidating. I mean, he could scare
Yes.
the pants off of you just looking at you.
Oh yeah,
But he was
He's
the nicest
huge,
guy in the
too.
world. Yeah, he really is. So I do need to say I'm very happy that your career's taken off and that you've been able to put the numbnuts in the Dark Order in their place on all these videos.
I try.
So you got a great group. You
Yeah.
got a great group.
Yeah, we really do.
Okay, we appreciate you.
Yes,
Stevie.
thank
Thank
you
you very
so
much.
much. Thank you
Okay,
for having me.
all right. The one and only Anna J.
Yes.
Huh? How about that? Member of the Dark Order, the most beautiful member of the Dark Order, and the one with the most sense too, by the way. I'm sure we're going to have maybe Silver and Reynolds near. I'm not so sure. We appreciate you and all the comments. Again, I know many of you have given comments to us, and we're not reading comments tonight. You can understand why, because talking to the athletes, people behind the scenes who work with Brody, who made this night possible, we think is really as important as anything else. So there you go. And again, for those of you who have said things tonight, like thank you, Brody, for all you did there. I know a couple of you were on here. And now they told me I could double click this and I'll put it up, but apparently not. We appreciate you being out there. There you go. We've had a lot of people watching the show tonight. I see you there, JJ. You got anybody else we're going to send in here? Okay, we are? Okay, very good. So we hope to get some other people in here as well. Tough show to do. I've done a lot of wrestling shows. I don't know if I've ever done one as tough to do. Very, very emotional for me. Very emotional for JR, but I really think probably more emotional for Excalibur because he had spent a lot more time with Brody than we did. And so had Bryce Remsburg, and you saw what he had to say. I think the part of the show with the beginning of the show was obviously emotional, and then John Moxley, what he had to say, and at the end, little Brody being given the belt that they have retired. The TNT Championship will live on, as I said, but just really, really, really a wonderful night. Boss Monster, thank you for that. We appreciate you saying that, and we appreciate you being there and watching us.
Oh my god, I gotta be the baby face in the company and then the heel right now.
Okay, so
I was like, I need this room to go shoot stuff.
Oh,
I'm
do you
too
really?
short. I'm like,
Okay, well,
can I tell one last Brody story that I just got reminded of?
she's the last one.
I was
Okay,
really
we're gonna
on
have to
the
wrap it
show.
up.
I'm gonna
Okay,
sit like this because look how tiny I am.
right. Okay, we need to use this room.
So we shot a vignette with Brody where we were in a hotel room. He was lecturing members of the Dark Order.
Right.
And they were so nice. They let us use this conference room and stuff. And Brody wanted to wreck it so bad. And I was like, oh my God, we're going to get kicked out. I already get in trouble enough around here and they don't even know. And he convinced me to get a glass and just smash it against the wall, which you see in the thing.
Yeah.
So I had to like go down to the front desk and be like, oh, we accidentally dropped a glass in the room. And they were like, oh, okay. And then like, how did it drop and smash it to a million pieces? And you damaged the wall. And like, we like destroyed it. And they were like kind of okay with it. Never really said anything, but.
Did you put that on your credit card too?
No, I mean like Tony takes care of us here.
Yes,
but
he
that
does.
that's my last Brody story. So I'm apologizing for that hotel. I was a terrible liar and Brody made me do it and I got convinced to it. But it was a great, package that we've done.
Yeah.
We've had a lot of members of the Dark Order around here. So.
Yeah, we had. So it's been he made the Dark Order. He made the Dark Order.
Yeah.
I mean, he did. So
Yeah, join us. Yeah.
thank you, sweetie. Okay.
I have,
Okay, read
I have
this?
to go. I just want to.
No. Sorry. Read it out.
Read me. Okay. Absolutely perfect tribute show. Made you laugh, made you cry, all of it. Kudos to AEW for putting together this in just a few days. Nothing but love to Brody's family. Hope they all love this night as much as we did. And that is from Danny. DAJOSC 11.
And the video. Put yourself over, Jess.
Oh, I don't. Yeah.
We put it
I
up,
already.
yeah.
That's not my job. My job is to shoot in this room and Tony's using it. We're going back to the social media room next time, and then I can still work during the show, and then
that's what we're gonna
whatever.
do. That's what we're gonna do. But hopefully we don't have
Monster
to
says
do a
hi,
show like this
and
again.
then everybody else is saying thank you, Brody. But
Yeah.
thank you, Brody. Okay.
Okay.
Thanks, guys. Bye. Sorry.
The one and only Jess Palumbo. Okay, so they need the room, and I just want to say to all of our AEW fans out there, thank you for being with us. Thank you for loving Brody and his family. Again, the TNT Championship will go on. The belt has been retired. There'll be a new belt is being made, and will be given to Darby, of course, who is still our TNT champion. We love this business. We do. All of us. That's why we're in it. but we love each other, and that's why we enjoy working here. God bless Brody Lee, Amanda, her two sons, who I call Gorilla and Rhino, and thank you again for being with us. We'll see you next week. We'll be live with New Year's Smash #1. Okay. So as you can see, we're still doing a lot back here. A lot of things are going on. I'm Tony Schiavone. Thank you very much. We are desperately out of time.